Rapid Fire News. I'm Scott Summit, this is 11 Hats Media. A toddler in India killed a cobra by biting off its head. The child was monitored at the hospital because they had eaten part of the cobra's head. The child remained symptom-free and was released out of the hospital after 48 hours. Was not expecting that outcome at all. Next story. A man in the UK was arrested after carrying gardening tools home from his allotment. For the viewers in the US, an allotment is a small piece of land in Europe that can be used by individuals or families to grow a garden, usually for a small annual fee. Except in the UK, you can't bring tools to tend to that garden. Apparently. Need to dig a hole? That's too bad because the government doesn't trust you with a shovel. Need to trim a bush? That's too bad because those shears are too dangerous. I'm gonna come up with a line of plastic gardening tools and make a fortune in the UK. Sure, they don't work, but they're legal. 11 Hats plastic gardening implements. They don't work, but you won't get arrested. I'm no longer allowed in the UK. An abandoned school bus was found in Alaska with 50 pounds of dynamite in it. Just imagine going to clear your parents' land and finding an abandoned school bus. Pretty neat, right? You see an abandoned bus and you think to yourself, I have to restore this into like a camper van. Maybe a cross-country RV. It's like van life, but longer and with more amenities. You go and open up that bad boy to see what you're dealing with, and boom, explosives. The explosives didn't go boom. That would be a completely different story. You get what I'm saying. Dreams destroyed by 50 pounds of TNT. Moving on. A Virginia man killed his cheating wife, then killed another man because he, quote, knew he was going to jail. This is probably the most extreme example of two wrongs don't make a right that I've ever seen, but I get what he's saying. If you know you're going to jail for committing a heinous crime, maybe don't commit another crime that involves hurting another person. Maybe pick something victimless, like public drunkenness, or jaywalking, or prostitution, or illegal gambling, or trespassing, perhaps some public nudity, or narcotics possession, or loitering, or maybe some tax evasion and insider trading. It's just a little joke. Legal disclaimer, 11 Hats Media does not endorse crime of any kind. A man in China is trying to cure cancer by injecting bleach into tumors. One small problem is that the man has no medical training whatsoever. But don't you worry, the treatment is driven by artificial intelligence. Another reason not to worry, he tried it on himself over 50 times. He only had one small explosion during testing. Turns out, it doesn't work and it makes the cancer worse. Make anecdotal artificial intelligence research great again. A Florida woman trying to smuggle turtles in her bra was caught by TSA agents at a Miami airport. One of the turtles was wrapped in plastic wrap, it died, and the other was wrapped in gauze. A woman wrapping a living creature in plastic wrap should probably not be a pet owner. A terrarium seems like a much simpler option. Let's see what else we have going on today. Cambodia and Thailand have reached an unconditional ceasefire. This is what your local expert in international diplomacy was doing this weekend. I sat the two parties down and said, listen, you're not even the second most popular war in the world right now. We have to get this worked out. They asked me if there's anything they could do to make their war more popular, like a car bombing or a kidnapping. At this moment, I had to be frank, and I told them that people simply won't care. After this, they agreed to an unconditional ceasefire. My work here is done. I'm just joking. A new study shows that eggs can lower bad cholesterol. Just like all the studies that show that coffee is good for you, I believe this study because it validates my lifestyle choices. I don't believe the studies that show that coffee and eggs are bad for you because they invalidate my lifestyle choices. Science. Just a little joke. And a Board of Education meeting in Oklahoma was thrown into chaos after a nude woman was shown on a nearby TV. The Board of Education is investigating the matter, but they should really be investigating why their state ranks 48th in education.